Hey cuties, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Trika of TRICKAPLANS. I'm the owner of the Cuteness Boutique, where you can find all the cuteness for your stationery needs. This is where the planning and the cuteness collide. We are here to plan this thing called life, one day at a time, sprinkling in planning, inspiration, encouragement, and of course the lifestyle, all of the cuteness. So if you haven't already joined the family that we call hashtag Cuteness Squad over here at TRICKAPLANS, go ahead and take a moment to hit the red subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, so that way you can be notified whenever I go live, whenever I upload a video, or whenever I do a premiere. Give your girl a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. So cuties, today we are here with our Soulful Sunday for May. I apologize that I abruptly missed the last week in March. Did not do it for April, but guess what? Life sometimes take you for a twist, and you have to just take a moment, take a step back, reevaluate your life, jump back on that horse and ride out again. So we are here for the Soulful Sunday for May. I am so excited, you guys. We are still going to be touching on focus. So what I want to do, since we did miss the month of May, not May, we're doing May right now. So March, the last week, was focusing on the fruit, the fruit of your focus. When you're focused on the right things, the proof is in the fruit you produce. It's why Paul continually challenged his readers to focus on the goodness and grace of God. You can have laser sharp focus, but if you're focused on the wrong things, you'll reap frustration instead of fruit. And that's what I have been doing sometimes, just being frustrated instead of producing fruit. Paul wasn't focused on becoming wealthy or well known. He was focused on leading people to Christ. So when I say that the channel is about inspiration, lifestyle, and encouragement, you never know what anyone is going through. But what I always tell my subscribers, my friends, my family members, keep on pushing. Just keep on praying until something happens. And that's what we have to do in life. So let's move forward, and we're going to be focusing forward. We're going to be recognizing and overcoming a lot of things here. So let's just dive in, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm working with. When I'm going to give you the whole reading plan. I'm also going to list it in the description bar below. I'm going to also put it on the community tab. That way, if you want to follow along, then you can. So let's dive into my Warbinder. This is the Warbinder that you guys see me put together, and I will show you the inside, and we will get started. Okay, cuties, so I have here the monthly section. So what I want to do is I want to decorate the monthly, and I'm going to decorate the monthly, put all of the Soulful Sundays for the month of May. So this is my first time doing a monthly in my Warbinder, and I think it's time. So we're going to start May, and then week 1 is Nehemiah 4, and the soul work is to study Nehemiah, is Nehemiah. I keep saying Nehemiah, but Nehemiah. And the soul work is to study Nehemiah 4. Week 2 is James 4 and 7. Soul work is also Nehemiah 4, because we want to get started on the whole Nehemiah 4. And then week 3 is Hebrews 12 and 1. And the soul work is Psalms 121 and 1. Week 4 is Nehemiah 4 verses 4 through 5, and the soul work is still Nehemiah 4. And then week 5 is Nehemiah 4 verses 10 through 12, and the soul work is also Nehemiah 4. So we're gonna dive deep into Nehemiah 4. So let's go ahead, decorate our monthly page, and then we're gonna dive into the actual word. Okay, so first of all, we're diving into the monthly section of my Warbinder. This is I'm using the kit from Vin Von Alley, the April monthly kit. And if you haven't checked out Vin Von Alley, make sure you look in the description bar below. Vin Von Alley is my faith dealer, and I have been using her for years now. And the monthly subscription is amazing. So I decided to go ahead and, because since I don't have the May monthly yet, I just used April. I'm going ahead and putting down all of my decorative elements, and I just numbered the page with my pen because I didn't feel like putting down date dots. It's easier for me to just jot down the dates because the monthly is solely going to be for my monthly Soulful Sunday and the soul work, and jotting down a few things that I need to get done for a Soulful Sunday as well. So first of all, I would like to thank you for returning for our first Soulful Sunday in May. I appreciate you guys being so patient with me. I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can. I'm going to try to not let these distractions get me. And this is what we're talking about for the month of May, distractions. So the first week of our Soulful Sunday is focusing on Nehemiah 4. Nehemiah 4. And our soul work is to study Nehemiah 4. So this is the opposition to the rebuilding. When Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became angry and was greatly incensed. He ridiculed the Jews, and in the presence of his associates and the army of Samaria, he said, "What are those feeble Jews doing? Will they restore their wall? Will they offer sacrifices? When will they finish in a day? Can they bring stones back to life from those heaps of rubble, buried as they are?" Tobiah the Ammonite, who was at his side, said, "What are they building? Even a fox climbing up onto it would break down their wall of stones." So they were praying, hear us, our God, for we are despised. Turn their insults back on their heads. Give them over as plunder in a land of captivity. Do not cover up their guilt or blot out their sins from your sight, for they have thrown insults in our face. And that was from the builders. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this monthly. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I just want to put all of the decorative elements. I pulled in the florals from the April monthly kit. I'm going to really probably redo some of the sections in my Warbinder, but I'm going to look over it and see. But then again, I think I'm just going to build a separate gratitude journal, so y'all be on the lookout for that. We have a lot going, and we have a lot that's coming for the month of May, and I'm just trying to figure out where to place the florals. Okay, cutie, so here is the monthly overview. I'm going to write in all of the Soulful Sunday things right here on this side, because we do have 5 weeks in May. And on my alpha sheet, yes, Michelle, you left out the Y as well. I know you said that it wasn't a W, but it is also not a Y, ma'am. So I gotta find me a makeshift Y. Yeah, so the W and the Y is missing from the sheets. So I will be looking for me a Y to fill right in. So now we just got Ma, like Ma. So we'll put a Y, or I will just take one of my pens or markers of this color and draw it in. So moving on to this right here, I went ahead and pulled out my study guide for Nehemiah, And Nehemiah is the period of events happened between 450 BC to 430 BC. The author is Nehemiah. And the significance is Nehemiah was a layman, not a priest like Ezra, nor a prophet like Malachi. He served the Persian king in a secular position before leading a group of Jews to Jerusalem in order to rebuild the city walls. Nehemiah's expertise in the king's court equipped him adequately for the political and physical reconstruction necessary for the remnant to survive. So we have popular stories, notable verses. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with this blank slate right here. And of course, first up is distractions. So I can't wait to dive into it. So let's dive into our week 1 of our Soulful Sunday. Okay, so I'm using the kit from Vin Von Alley. This is the distraction kit, and it's so fitting for Nehemiah 4. Remember, if you are looking for your daily dose of faith, go ahead and check out Vin Von Alley. Use code TRICKA20, TRICKA20, to save you some coins on your purchase. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down my decorative elements, and then I'm also going to go ahead and touch on a couple of more things as well. So in verse 6 in Nehemiah 4, so we rebuilt the wall till all of it reached half of its height, for the people worked with all their heart. But when Sanballat, Tobiah, and Arabs, the Ammonites, and the people of Asdod hear that the repairs to Jerusalem's wall had gone ahead and that the gaps were being closed, they were very angry. They all plotted together to come and fight against Jerusalem and stir up trouble against it. But we prayed to our God and posted a guard day and night to meet this threat. Meanwhile, the people in Judah said, "The strength of the laborers is giving out, and there is so much rubble that we cannot rebuild the wall." So that is up to verse 10. And verse 11 states, "Also our enemy said, before they know it or see us, we will be right there among them and will kill them and put an end to the work." Then the Jews who lived near them came and told us 10 times over, "Whenever you turn, they will attack us." So that is very interesting. That, you doing all of the hard work and someone is steady plotting to attack you. That's the way the world goes. And that's why we are talking about distractions for the month of May. Therefore, I stationed some of the people behind the lowest points of the wall at the exposed places, posting them by families with their swords, spears, and bows. After I looked things over, I stood up and said to the nobles, the officials, and the rest of the people, "Don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your homes." Okay, the recording stopped somewhere in the mix, but we are going to keep moving forward, and we're using the kit from Vin Von Alley. We are using this beautiful distractions kit from Vin Von Alley. And remember, if you are looking for your daily dose of faith, This is my faith dealer, Vin Alley. Use code TRICKA20. That's TRICKA20. And we're going to dive back in. I just wanted to pop back on to let you guys know that I don't know where the recording stopped, but we are going to go ahead and get this finished and finalized. Okay, so let's touch on Nehemiah 4 for a second. I know I did tell y'all that the recording stopped, so I'm trying to catch up and look through everything and see where it stopped and just get it together. So with experience over the years, I have accomplished many amazing things, but I believe there are still minimum in comparison what I know I could have accomplished had I not let every little life-altering event that God proved to have under control time and time again distract me. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to my dad or my best friends about something going seemingly wrong in the midst of me working on an important task or a project, and either my dad or my best friends would remind me, Trika, you are getting distracted. Stay focused, especially in the past year, in the beginning of this year. My 3 greatest distractions always seem to be either situations, people, or enemies. Do anyone else have this problem? Please leave me a comment and let me know. Some of my challenges that I encountered were life-altering at times, and the other times purely distractions. Some distractions were people who I once considered friends, but whose motives were later revealed, and I had to determine how to move forward regarding the relationship. More obvious distractions were enemies who were working against my assignment as just being me, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a child of God. So you have to be definitely mindful of those distractions. And I'm letting you know because I have been so distracted until I'm just now realizing all of this stuff just now, reading, well, not just now, but over time and reading the word. It was in dealing with these diverse distractions that I began to understand the value of focus and to see the impact of losing it. So my advice to you is don't lose focus and shift your focus back if you do get distracted. Distractions are constantly pulling for our attention, time, emotions, and focus. I have certainly not perfected the art of not being distracted, but I am learning to become more aware of ways I get distracted so I can begin to overcome distractions much more quickly. Things such as sudden unexpected news, unexpected events, social media, and an unclean house, last minute changes, and more. So you take some of these things and incorporate them so that you can realize it for yourself as well. These things tend to move me from a place of peace to overwhelmed. And when it happens, I lose focus. So all I can do is give you my testimony and see if you relate to it as well. Because we all, can, and we don't know it until we hear someone else talk about it. It is then that I have to remind myself. Wait a minute. Hold up. It is then that I have to be reminded that God is in control. So I don't have to be in control. I can focus on what He is requiring of me right now in this moment rather than the distraction. Sometimes I am able to refocus myself, and other times I need help from the people who truly love me and walk with me through the process of refocusing. That doesn't mean that I am not strong. It means that I know how to lean into heaven's resources and relationships when needed. In this season, look and see what is distracting you most. Are these some of the things that I've mentioned are distracting you? Let's get our focus back in this time. Let's focus, and if we need to, let's refocus, let's restructure, and use the resources, use heaven's resources and the relationships that he put right in your lap. It may be a friend, it might be your husband, your wife, your father, your mother, your kids. It may be the people that he put right in your path that are able to help you refocus. And don't take these relationships for granted, because in any kind of relationship, whether it's a marriage, a friendship, a relationship with your children, a relationship with your significant other, whatever the case may be, these relationships are placed here to sometimes help you refocus and be around the people who genuinely, uniquely, and authentically want to help and want to be a good friend to you. My main motto has always been, I'm going to always be that type of friend that I want others to be. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you in my next one. Toodles.